In today's gaming news, the Project Spark beta has begun, Battlefield 4 gets new content and breaks a little more, and new details for Bungie's Destiny are revealed. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, the beta for Project Spark has begun. Project Spark is Microsoft's upcoming game that allows you to build games within a game. It's something along the lines of Little Big Planet, but it's supposed to be a little more robust in terms of the creativity options. So the beta began for PC users that opt in for said beta. It's only available though on Windows 8.1, and the Xbox One beta for the game will be launching sometime early next year, with the full launch for Project Spark planned for sometime later next year. So this is one of those things where it seems really like something that's absolutely perfect for someone like myself. And what does that mean? That's someone who's interested in games and interested in potentially creating games, but has zero program experience and sucks at drawing. Like, I've got no artistic talent. And when I was a little kid, I used to draw. Don't tell anybody, I used to do a lot of tracing. When I was a little kid, I used to draw, but it's nothing I ever kept up with. So I'm not very artistically inclined, so I can't create textures and models, and I don't know nothing about programming, but I'd like to make worlds. I'd like to create games and have other people experience them. And this is a sort of thing that can do that very fluidly and easily. Again, sort of along the lines of what we saw with Sony's Little Big Planet. I'm excited for this. I don't have Windows 8.1. I'm not excited about that part. I may consider upgrading just to give this thing a look, but even if I get Windows 8.1, it doesn't mean I'm in. You need to get invited to the beta, and you know, you could of course do it on the Xbox One as well. I'm also assuming that they'll eventually, since this is going to be a free-to-play game, just let everyone get into it at some point or another. But anyways, yeah, Project Spark, it's something that would be fantastic for someone like myself. I'm sure some of you out there would also be interested in checking out something along these lines, making games without actually knowing how to make games. Next up, Battlefield 4 is in the news again, but not because the game is fixed, but because it's broken again. Battlefield 4 Premium members recently got access to the China Rising DLC. This actually was released yesterday, including 4 new maps and new vehicles. All of that's very exciting. What could possibly go wrong? Well, a few things for PC and Xbox 360 owners. On the PC, users are experiencing being kicked from servers immediately after joining them, and even worse so on the 360, they're unable to join any China Rising servers after installing the DLC. So Battlefield 4 is a game that I think was fantastic. I really enjoyed the time that I spent with it, and it's something I'll probably revisit. But it has been hella broken just across pretty much all platforms, and the fact that they're releasing this new DLC to premium members, which, you know, that's how it works, premium members get it first, but the fact that it's broken and people aren't even able to play it, that just means that people are paying for a premium service just to beta test the stuff. I mean, come on, man. EA and DICE, you gotta get your shit together, because this is not cool at all, especially a title as big as something like this. Now, it's not without precedent. It's happened in the past before. We're sort of used to Battlefield games being broken. But that doesn't mean it's okay. In fact, no, it's not okay at all. So hopefully these issues get resolved, and I feel I'm super sympathetic for people who have the premium membership who got this and then weren't able to play it, either getting kicked from servers or just being unable to join the servers whatsoever. A very frustrating issue, and hopefully this, along with the other issues that Battlefield 4 is having, oh my lord, hopefully all this stuff gets resolved sometime very soon. And last up in news today, we've got some new details on Bungie's upcoming sci-fi FPS Destiny, which is sort of like Halo, but supposed to be better. Hopefully it's better. So these new details are coming from the latest issue of Game Informer, in which Destiny is the feature. The information includes things like character progression, races, locations, along with both co-op and competitive play within the game. Now, there was a lot of information revealed, pages worth of details, bullet point listed, and I can't cover all of that in the video, but a few of the things that I thought were interesting were, first of all, the core experience of the game is supposed to be similar to Halo in that it's going to be a tight loop of battling groups of varied enemies and then moving on to the next group, and you know, them having their tactics and all sorts of stuff like that. And in terms of character progression, you're going to be leveling up along a branching upgrade tree, so there's going to be customization there, and there'll also be customization for your appearance. And some of the locations in Destiny include planets, moons, asteroids, and other features of the solar system, and they are going to be open for exploration. Also, it's going to be shifting environments that will be changing, so sort of like dynamic events, or I guess in MMO terms, phasing. Something that also is pretty interesting is that we've known this before, but they're steering away from calling it an MMO, but they're saying that people who like MMOs will enjoy this. So basically it's an MMO that they don't want to call an MMO, but not really, because it's not... It's got the phasing, and basically you're going to go into areas, and if there are other players there and it's relevant, they're going to phase into your instance and whatever. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it, Destiny looks like it's going to be really, really fun. And, you know, if they can nail that Halo experience, that sort of tight gameplay in this mysterious world, but open it to on a much broader scale and have much more varied enemy types, and then have that massive multiplayer experience, I mean, that's fantastic. Now, again, unfortunately, this is something that's not going to be coming to PC anytime soon. It will be released on the last gen and current consoles for both Sony and Microsoft, but it's probably going to be worth picking up a console just for this game because it looks to be that fantastic. Now, before we wrap up today's news, I've got some great deals for you. The most recent Humble Bundle, titled the Humble Jumbo Bundle, you can get Natural Selection 2, Sanctum 2, and Magicka plus all of its DLC for as little as you want. Now, if you pay above the average, currently sitting around $4, you'll also get Orcs Must Die 2, Gary's Mod, and Serious Sam 3, the BFE edition. Now, as always, whenever we're talking about these Humble Bundles, do remember that the proceeds are going to charity, so if you can be generous, please go ahead and do so. And, you know, it also helps the developer and the site itself, which allows all these things to continue. It's a fantastic deal. If you're tight on cash and you want to get some great games, you can get those right now at the Humble Jumbo Bundle. I'm really tongue-tied today. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode of the show. Please be sure, as always, to comment in the comment section below about any of the topics discussed here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. What the hell? I don't know what my problem is today. I can't talk. Let me try some, what was those things? Sally sold seashells by the seashore. Sally sold seashells. Damn, Sally sold Sally sold she I can't do it.